Hi, in this video I'm going to be talking about the work permit in the UK. I will talk about the requirement for getting work permit to work in the UK. In the last year, I think a bit more than a year, things have changed a lot in the UK. And I have worked in the UK in the past. I worked for more than 2 years, and I've also got many job offers in the UK, in particular in London. I've got quite a few job offers which were ready to, the companies were ready to sponsor my visa because I am not an UK citizen. So the UK companies are required to sponsor my visa if I were to work there. So I will talk about that. I hope it is helpful. If you have questions, please let me know in the comment section. In order to work in the UK, you need the Tier 2 General Visa. There is another type of Tier 2 visa which is called Tier 2 Intercompany Transport, the ICT visa. I am not 100% sure about this ICT visa, the Tier 2 ICT visa. It used to exist. I am not 100% sure if it still exists, but it is for people who are working abroad for UK based companies and they want to work in the UK for the same company but for the UK division. So it's intercompany as the name suggests. So you are coming for the same company. So for example, if you are working with Infosys in India and you want to work in London, so Infosys will sponsor your Tier 2 ICT visa to work in London, right? But that's not the best visa actually. You cannot switch your job. That used to be the case. I think things have changed in the recent times. You can switch from Tier 2 ICT visa to Tier 2 General. The worst thing about Tier 2 ICT visa is that you will have to go back to your home country after certain years. You will not be eligible to get the permanent residency or the British passport in the UK. So that's the worst thing actually. But I'll be talking more about the Tier 2 General Visa actually, and that's a wonderful visa because that's a visa using which you can switch jobs. You can be eligible for permanent residency or getting a passport, a British passport. Now the Tier 2 General Visa is a type of visa that can be sponsored by the companies which are eligible to sponsor. Not all the UK companies are eligible to sponsor Tier 2 General Visa. So while you are searching for jobs in the UK, make sure that the company that you are interviewed for has a sponsorship license. If the company does not have sponsorship license, then you are simply wasting your time, because in the final round, after the final round, you'll get to know that the company will not be able to sponsor you and hence you cannot work for them. So good to get the clarification at the beginning itself, otherwise you are simply wasting your time. But most of the big companies, actually the big four consulting firms, all the banks most of the banks in London, a lot of these tech companies, they do have sponsorship license, so they can sponsor you. It's a visa that costs you a lot of money actually, and a lot of these companies may not be ready to pay for the fee. So there is a visa fee, and then there is something called health surcharge. Okay, I think it's some IHS, something like that, but it's a health surcharge. It's quite expensive actually. It's for 3 years is something like £1,800. A lot of these companies are not ready to sponsor that. So they will be sponsoring your visa application fee, but not the health surcharge for free healthcare in the UK. So that's the NHS fee. So you may have to pay that. But there are companies who are ready to sponsor that. So so you can bargain also, right? You can ask your company to sponsor everything, right? A lot of the UK companies do not sponsor spouse visa, let me tell you. Okay. So but there are few companies which are ready to sponsor spouse visa. and it's a costly affair actually, because your visa fee and the 3 years of health search, that will together that will cost like 2500 pound, and it's expensive actually, a lot more expensive than the visa fee in other European countries. But the good thing with being a tier 2 general dependent is that you are allowed to work in the UK. You do not need a sponsor to work in the UK. So your dependent can work, your spouse can work in the UK with that visa. So that's a good thing. In many other countries, you're not allowed, the spouse is not allowed to work. That's what I have heard. But that's not the case in the UK. So that's a good thing. Now, what are the things that you need to keep in mind while applying for visa, or what? Because sometimes you may be rejected for visa. Okay, that's also something to remember, because if you have ever been rejected for your visa in other country, your chances of being rejected is also very high. Tier 2 general visa, is for 3 years. When you get it for first time. In some countries in the Europe it's for 5 years, but in the UK it's for 3 years. But you will be eligible to become, you'll be eligible to get permanent residency after 5 years. So you need sponsorship at least twice. Now sometimes it is a problem whether the company that has sponsored you will again sponsor you after 3 years or not. But you can check with the company, and you can even get another job before your visa expires. The 3 years visa expires, you can get another sponsorship, and once you complete 5 years, you can get permanent residency. The good thing with UK is that since most of us, the immigrants, are reasonably comfortable with English, so we will not face the issue of writing the language test and passing the language test. Unlike in other European countries where you'll have to learn a new language to get permanent residency. UK that's not the case. And after Brexit, actually, a lot of companies are willing to sponsor visa. It used to be different actually before Brexit, because company would rather hire from other European countries, because before Brexit, people from other European country can work in UK without needing any visa or needing any work permit. But that is no longer the case. So whether you are from Pakistan or India or Africa or Middle Eastern countries, it doesn't matter, right? Whether you are from Germany or India, it doesn't matter. The UK company wants to hire you, it has to sponsor the visa. So the chances are a bit better. A lot of companies are willing to hire, a lot of companies are willing to sponsor. So that's a good thing actually that has happened. That's probably one of the very few good things for immigrants because of the Brexit, thanks to Brexit. Some people want to know whether those who are in tier 2 ICT, whether they can switch to tier 2 general or not. Yes, you can switch to tier 2 general. 2 years back that was not the case. If you are in ICT, you really needed to go back to your home country and stay there for 1 year. That used to be called cooling off period before you are eligible for tier 2 general visa. That is no longer the case. So that has been removed in the UK. So it's a good news for many people actually, especially the tech companies, the service-based tech companies who hire a lot of people from India in tier 2 and sponsor tier 2 ICT visa. So these people now can switch to other companies, get sponsorship in tier 2 general, and can think of getting permanent residency in the UK. If you have more questions, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you.